Congratulations on completing this course. We've covered a wide array of challenging topics at a fairly advanced level of detail. I began this course by introducing you to many different ways to improve your efficiency in Excel through different mouse commands and keystrokes in conjunction with different view features. The tips and tricks I covered within that chapter, with practice, will allow you to work faster and more accurately within Excel so that you can complete far more in far less time. Afterwards, we covered the most commonly used functions in Excel, the lookup functions VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. In addition, you learned more than simply how to use them. You learned about how they work at a level of detail and how to replicate their functionality with the index and match functions to create faster and more efficient workbooks. Following these lookups, we transitioned into name ranges. Named ranges identify cells and groups of cells with custom names that can be used in formulas. This chapter showed you how to create names in a variety of ways, from quick generalized named ranges to detailed ranges with differing levels of scope. We catapulted this use of names into the concept of references and dynamic formulas. Here, we covered how to use the indirect, offset, row, column, and cell functions to create formulaic references that update based upon various criteria, allowing for far more customizable and flexible functions. After this section, we transitioned into data visualizations and management. We began by covering how to create charts and load simple data into them. Beyond that, we looked at each of the different chart types available in Excel 2016 and how they handle, interpret, and display the data that's made available to them. Once we covered the display and visualization of data, we spent the final chapter learning about how to structure data efficiently and utilize Excel's various data tools to mold that data into useful tables, reports, and even pivot charts. Of course, there are a dozen different avenues you can take to further your knowledge and capabilities within Excel from here. You could learn how to incorporate VBA into Excel, where you can learn to automate, expand, and otherwise modify Excel. For this, I'd recommend taking the basic and intermediate courses that I've put together, both available through Simon Says. Alternatively, if you're heavy into data management, you could look to improve your capabilities with the data model by learning about the data access expressions, external data queries, and how to interact with and utilize different external data sources. This is a fairly new area, but with the information we covered in this course and some Google U time, you could certainly expand your capabilities here significantly. Finally, you can always learn about more functions. Excel has hundreds of different functions for doing all kinds of different things. I find the best way to learn about them is to simply try them out at random as I need, and if they don't make sense to me at first, to simply Google the Microsoft help page for them. With the reference information we covered in this course, these should be pretty easy to learn about and understand. I hope you found this course useful. My work as an actuary flavors my use of Excel with a financial and data-oriented hue. I hope that I've been able to explain the concepts generally enough to make them useful to you. Again, my name is Philip Trick, and thank you for taking my course.